I stand on the edge of a narrow strip of water that quietly controls the fate of the modern world. Before me stretches the Strait of Hormuz, a slender blue corridor between Iran and Oman, barely 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. Every day, massive oil tankers loaded with 1/5 of the planet's entire oil consumption navigate through this tiny passage like giants threading a needle. One spark here and the global economy could tremble. My name is not important. What matters is the extraordinary story of this place. A place that is both the world's most fragile lifeline and one of its most breathtaking hidden masterpieces. For centuries, this strait has been a gateway of empires, a theater of war, and a silent witness to human ambition. But beneath the headlines of geopolitics and oil lies another world entirely. A world of impossible colors, ancient cultures, and natural wonders that seem almost alien. Let me take you there. Imagine sailing into these waters at sunrise. The sea is calm, impossibly blue. Then, on your left, an island appears that looks like it was painted with blood. Hormuz Island, the Red Island. Its shores glisten with deep crimson sand, rich in iron oxide. When the waves wash over it, the water itself turns a reddish-brown, as if the sea is bleeding. Locals once feared it as an apocalyptic sign. Science tells us it is one of the richest mineral deposits on Earth, containing up to 70 different minerals. This is no ordinary place. As we move deeper into the region, the landscapes become even more surreal. On Chokepoint Island, the second largest island in the Persian Gulf, you enter Chaco Canyon, a labyrinth of wind-carved limestone that looks like the surface of another planet. Towering walls with perfect holes and wavy patterns created over millions of years by relentless desert winds. Ancient wells carved by hand still stand here, built to capture precious rainwater centuries ago. Nearby lies the legendary Stars Valley. Massive rock pillars and strange formations rise from the ground like frozen giants. Local legends say a star once fell from the sky and shattered here. At night, the wind howling through the stones creates eerie, ghostly sounds that keep many villagers away. They believe the valley is home to jinn. But the true underground kingdom waits in the Namaktan Salt Cave, the longest salt cave on the planet, stretching over 6 kilometers. Inside, you walk through sparkling chambers of white, red, and purple salt, layers formed over thousands of years as salt domes pushed upward through the Earth's crust. It feels like stepping into a cathedral built by nature itself. And then there is the Silver Beach. Its sand sparkles like millions of tiny diamonds under the sun. Fragments of mica and silica crushed over eons by wind and waves. Walk barefoot and it feels like walking on stars. Further inland, Rainbow Valley reveals yet another miracle. A natural salt dome painted in vivid reds from iron oxide, yellows from sulfur, and pure whites. The soil here, called galak, is so rich in minerals that locals have eaten it for generations. In the right light, the entire valley shifts colors like a living rainbow. This is the hidden masterpiece that few outsiders ever truly see. Yet these islands carry deep human history as well. On Hormuz, the ruins of a Portuguese fort built over 500 years ago still stand, constructed from coral stone and mortar, complete with an underground church. The Portuguese once controlled these waters until they were driven out by Omani forces in 1644. Their cannons still point silently toward the sea. On the Musandam Peninsula, Kasab Castle tells a similar story, another Portuguese stronghold later used by the Omanis. And in the remote village of Kumzer, accessible only by boat, people still live a life tied to the sea, migrating during the brutal summer heat. The traditional Lenge wooden boats, built in shipyards that have operated for over 1,000 years, continue to be crafted by hand using techniques passed down through generations. These graceful vessels, recognized by UNESCO, once carried spices, pearls, and goods across the ancient trade routes. Even the mountains hold secrets. Jabal Haram, the highest peak in the area, is covered with fossils of fish, coral, and seashells. Silent proof that this entire region was once the bottom of a vast ancient ocean before tectonic forces pushed it skyward millions of years ago. The Hara forest offers yet another wonder. a vast mangrove ecosystem where Avicennia marina trees grow directly out of salty seawater. At high tide, the forest appears to float magically above the water. These remarkable trees filter salt through their bark and excrete it through their leaves, creating a lush green sanctuary in one of the harshest environments on Earth. I am constantly struck by the contrast. On one side, giant oil tankers moving slowly through lanes barely 3 kilometers wide, surrounded by naval mines, missile batteries, and constant geopolitical tension. The world watches nervously, because any disruption here would send shockwaves through every economy on the planet. On the other side, silent salt caves sparkling like crystal palaces, red beaches that look like they belong on Mars, and ancient villages where life moves at a different rhythm. This narrow strait is both a global choke point and a fragile museum of nature. As I reflect on everything I have seen, one question lingers in my mind. How long can this delicate balance last? Will the Strait of Hormuz be remembered as the place where the modern world nearly came undone, or as one of the last true hidden masterpieces our planet still possesses? The ancient forts, the colored earth, the floating forests, and the blood-red waves do not care about politics or oil prices. They have existed for thousands, even millions of years. They will continue to exist long after the tankers and the headlines have. Faded are the days when empires fought openly for control with wooden ships and cannon fire. Yet the ghosts of those conflicts still linger in the coralstone forts and silent cannons that watch over these waters. But we, the current custodians of this extraordinary place, now face a choice far greater than any king or sultan ever faced. We stand at the threshold of an era where one miscalculation, one spark, one blocked lane in this tiny strait could send shockwaves through every city, every home, and every economy on Earth. Oil prices would soar, lights would flicker, global trade would stutter, lives would be upended not just here but across continents. And yet, right beside this fragile lifeline of the modern world, nature continues to paint masterpieces that defy imagination. Blood-red shores that shimmer like rubies, salt cathedrals hidden beneath the earth, floating emerald forests rising from the sea, and valleys that glow with the colors of the rainbow. I leave you with this sobering thought. In the Strait of Hormuz, beauty and danger walk hand in hand, so closely intertwined that you cannot admire one without feeling the shadow of the other. It is a haunting reminder of how small and dangerously interconnected our world has become. Here, wonder and catastrophe share the same crystal-clear waters, separated by nothing more than a few kilometers and the fragile decisions of men. The hidden masterpiece remains. The ancient red islands still glow at sunset. The salt caves still sparkle in eternal silence. The mangroves still breathe and filter the sea as they have for millennia. The fragile lifeline continues to flow, day after day, tanker after tanker, carrying the lifeblood of our civilization through this narrow artery. But the question that echoes louder with every passing year is this: how long can such a delicate balance endure? How long until beauty is forced to yield to strategy? How long until the world's most beautiful choke point becomes the world's most expensive mistake? Only time and our collective wisdom will tell. For now, the Strait of Hormuz waits in silence, both a wonder of nature and a warning to humanity.